welcome back to the channel. It's another one here with BBA, and I am back in Shenstone. There's a protest going on outside UAV engines in the village of Shenstone. I say Shenstone, but it's probably Shenstone, however it's pronounced anyway. There's police already parked up here in the train station. We've got 3 vehicles, and yeah, UAV engines is further down here anyway. I'm with DP audits. DPs came out with me today. See, it's a lovely day today as well. First nice day I think we've had in months. So yeah, so we're at the protest. It's meant to start at 11 o'clock and it's running until 1 o'clock, I believe. And this here's the train station. As I say, got 3 vehicles parked up there in the train station itself. And then there'll be we know that it's just a little bit further down here, because this is where I came from, the train station here last time, and obviously today as well, because I came on the train. But yeah, doesn't look like there's anyone down there yet, so I'm just going to take a little walk down and I'll bring this back. So as you can see, already quite a few people have pulled up. So yeah, I don't know. It's 11:15, so it's meant to be 15 minutes before it starts. So yeah, we're here, they're setting up still, and there's only a few people here at the moment. A few people. Let's see if I can cross the road. It's better that sun's a bit bright in front this morning. But a very heavy police presence down here. Very heavy police presence. Got more on this gate here. This is part of UAV engines. As I highlighted last time on the gate and things. All damaged and got red paint all over it, where Palestine action have been down and done, I guess, what they do.
It's going to affect other people and affect our behaviour as well.
That's it.
Yeah.
Do you use, because I'm sure they were going to use live streaming ones.
Ours aren't live stream compatible yet.
They're not?
Some forces are, well some of ours are, but my understanding this one isn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm not elite enough for that. But they are really good. You can live stream some into our control room so they can see hands-on what we're
What
seeing.
you'll probably find there is when they've got a big event, they'll have 2 or 3 with the live stream capability, because obviously having so much, all of the live stream would be mental. You're going to have people watching the live streams, aren't you?
And
So
also, we've only got an old phone. Imagine all the 4G with that. Can anyone else turn their 4G off for a second? We just
Well, there's a couple of lads that are using like DJs using the Wi-Fi box in the back. I'm sure they'll probably use them eventually with that, don't you think? You know, the big
Could you
crowd.
imagine health and safety for that though? Someone's going to say it's going to cause God above knows what.
Now there's a
and all the
backpack
risk
thing.
assessments, aren't they?
I know,
Like
yeah.
a £2
That's what I mean.
Wi-Fi backpack that you can have like 8 dongles in it. So what they want to do in the future, have a couple of coppers with them, and then you can all connect to that. And then
I know, but the way things...
live stream, isn't it? You bypass the crowd basically. And all the
Someone's going to say, well, I'm not saying it's done, let's get enough radiation.
Oh yeah, the 5G tip
Yeah. Oh dear. But you two aren't local, can you? You just observe. Observing that.
Yeah, we're not part of the process.
Alright.
Just right.
Oh, right, mate, you alright?
They either like us or they don't like us. It goes one way or the other.
Oh, okay. So that invited, maybe not like invited you.
Do you know what? I think they assume sometimes, because I've been to the one in Birmingham, for instance, yeah?
Yep.
And I've had them like call me a Zionist, and I think they sometimes think that like I'm the opposing side,
Yeah.
where actually I'm just here as someone who comes down, films it, and documents the
So
events.
is that what you get out of it? Just social issues of it? Type
Yeah, like yeah. I'll be honest. Like I cover a lot of like police stuff as well. Yeah. So like, I done last time I personally come here. Well, it was last year. The protest went fine. I went back to get the train. Some lad was getting the train, and he was arrested for wearing a pair of motorbike gloves. And because they've got like the hard shield knuckle things on,
Yeah.
they were trying to say that it was an offence. So there were like about 40-50 of you at the train station arresting one person. So things like that,
Yeah.
believe it or not, people like to...
Reality TV on steroids.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's
that's
big
the-
Channel 5 in that. Cops was around in the 90s. That programme banged, you know what I mean?
Police interceptors, that does well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Channel 5 on steroids.
Mr. Narcissist, Ben Pearson. You know what I mean?
I think Channel 5 on steroids is Channel 4. Just goes up one rating.
Plus, I think a lot of stuff gets put out in the media, and people kind of question the media these days. So if you come down and just film these things and then put it up, people get a bit more of a better insight into how it goes, rather than just the propaganda that they hear.
The thing is, anything can get edited, can't it? And have any way you want, depending. Yeah.
I've never seen, probably, maybe it's just my age, but I've never seen like,
Mate, you're not that old.
I'm like in my 30s, right? But in my lifetime, I don't think I remember a time when I've seen people within society so divided. Seems to be a lot of divide at the moment. I find, and again, it's things like that. Like you'll turn up to an event, and they'll automatically assume the worst. I actually started covering this place about 2 years ago, when they used to camp outside for long periods of time. Some of the security here, I caught them stealing the food of the protesters. So that was quite eventful. And I've covered it ever since, but between working, family life and things like that, I don't get to come down very often. So I thought today,
I've got it, it's half term, the kids are off.
yeah.
Thought it'd be quite
Well, the missus has managed to get some time off work because they're off, so I was like, right, The weather's nice.
You think this is nice?
Yeah, it's nice.
I've sugar about 1,000 calories off, mate. Oh dear. I think I kept there and it's nice. I'll go have a walk, burn some more calories. Nice, well.
Yeah, that's it.
Sat in the station all day with your feet up, you know what I mean?
With the cup of tea there.
Yeah.
No, I probably not. For some reason, I've got an empty mug. I was hoping for down here, a mug.
Hey,
Excuse me.
I was actually making a video in Birmingham on Sunday, and I was there like, hang on, why am I drinking from an empty cup? There's nothing in it, and I must have done it about 4 times. So.
Oh dear.
Gonna bore you back to this. Stuck it on the trees in the fire. Now that I can wholeheartedly agree with. That sign says, defend the right to protest. Can agree with that. But it does feel like they're trying to like get in on that, don't they? The government a bit.
I've been actually covering this place for about two years now. I'll tell you when it was. It was when you used to, well, say you, a lot of people used to come down and protest outside here and used to pitch up tents for long periods of time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I've been covering it since then. But this is the first time I've been able to come down in many months. Many months between work and family life, as I was just saying to the officer. I thought, yeah, why not? The sun's out today. Let's come down and cover a little bit of this. But yeah, don't worry. We're
not worried.
We're not in any trouble. So there we were getting hassled about who we are because we haven't been seen here before, even though I've covered it for, like I said to him there, 2 years or so. Seem to do that if you're not been seen before. Seems to be like some kind of problem. Can't really see a lot from here. They also do, they used to patrol the roof here. They used to do like surveillances from the roof when I came here 2 years ago, and had them shining a mag light into the car so I couldn't sleep when we were parked a bit further up the road. Alright mate, alright.
متى سيدي متى حياتي في كفاك وعيني في عينيك صغيرة أيامي إنما تنوى على يديك غدا صغيرة أيامي كصغار الشوك في عيون.
Got a sign there.
كبيرة أحلامي حجمنا ألهم والشوق يغنيك الفضاء لبيك يا مهدي أصبر العشاق جاءوا حملوا الحنين لبيك يا مهدي إنما الصغير عمري لست في هواك.
Got pilot, you ain't got made of fuel for the helicopter. Well, the helicopter's £2 grand an hour, isn't it? That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Is that just for the? Is that including the? And what about the pilot? The wages?
No, so that's just the fuel. It's just the fly. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. The minute it takes off, it costs £2 grand.
There you go. Yeah.
£2 grand an hour.
Yeah.
So surely it's going to be more efficient then to use drones eventually.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, a lot more efficient, yeah.
They're battery powered, aren't they?
Do you have just specific teams then for that at the moment?
Yeah, so we have drone pilots, so they're trained and do all the necessary aviation law and all of that kind of
It'd
stuff.
be nice to think that eventually you could all just maybe have one in the back of your car and everybody has.
That'd be nice.
That's what we need to push for, isn't it?
How much is that going to cost? Well, imagine that.
Yeah, taxpayer, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. All the cuts we've got to make. Can't be
Yeah, but
buying
the
them.
minute you saving helicopters,
I mean, longevity, I suppose. They'll end up just giving us a little boxy toy ones.
Yeah, you can have one of the ones we got. They're alright still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
They
idea
do
of
the same job, don't they? They're just not as big, right?
Yeah.
No, but the big ones can sit in the air for like an hour plus.
Yeah.
They've got 8 cents.
And they're going to hire, I suppose.
I was going to
go
say, I've
out.
noticed there's a lot of you today.
Deal with wind better.
Like, for quite a small event. Is that down to more the history of what's gone on at this location
It's half
before?
term, I think, and the expectation is because people are off work.
Because I know obviously this company has obviously had a lot of hassle, not from these as such, but from Palestine Action. You've probably heard of them. They're a bit more relentless, aren't they? I came here on Sunday to show my friend, because I was telling him that basically there was a protest.
Yeah.
We'll come and cover it. Took a walk down there, and I've noticed like where there were once events, they're gone. It looks like the brick wall behind it's been rebuilt recently, so it looks like they've used it as access
I don't know,
points.
and I've been coming down here for a while, but
Quite not.
Apparently, Palestine First are the ones that action get a bit.
well, they were the ones on the roof then.
Yeah, they'll be the ones that come in. They come in like the red boiler
It was a
suits.
bit naughty.
Start to move into the arrestable offence things, but they obviously care about the cause of it. So don't care. What I heard was he's saying they apparently got hold of the roof and managed to put a pipe in with paint and just spray the inside with red paint.
Hence why all the barbed wire and something else.
Yeah, it's nice because you wouldn't think it. It just looks like a little unit, doesn't
That's
it?
what it is, really. Isn't
Well, it
it
is, but-
It's a unit, yeah.
I think they only made the engines that go in the truck.
Well, like I say, there's some history behind this. This used to actually be a motorbike firm. Well, I think they used to make an engine for a motorbike for many years, and it was quite
Same company? Or?
no, different company, and it was actually apparently quite a good like build. You know, like people would pay good
Quality
money for it,
stuff,
good quality stuff, and eventually. I don't know how it works for these, whether it was Elbit themselves and then they set up subsidiaries or whatever. But eventually UAV engines see the potential of the engine quality and decided actually they wanted to start using it instead for the engines for the drones rather than bikes because of how good they were. And the location itself, they wanted to try and keep the location because I mean it would probably have made sense for a company like this, for all the problems that they've had and probably the money it's cost them in the long run, to probably just move elsewhere. But they do that and you're kind of giving in to these and they kind of then get a bit of morale thinking, well, it's working.
Before
So
down 7 to go, no, 4 down 6 to go.
Well, I know there's one. I know there's a few that they've managed to get shut down. I know there was one in Oldham. They shut down a couple of years ago. So protests do work, it would seem.
Well, just
Eventually people listen, is that what you're saying?
I think we hope so. I wonder if there'll be protests soon for against soldiers being put in Ukraine. That'll be the next one, won't it?
I saw that on the news actually, I think yesterday or the day before.
Unless maybe these will advocate for it at the same time.
They're there for peace, to help peace, aren't they? Like, to aid, if you like.
They are, but if you look over history and look at the times they've said we're putting some boots on the ground for peace deals, it doesn't always work like that.
Oh, the main woman's here from the Birmingham one.
Yeah, because they have like main speakers.
Palestine! 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 Free, free 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 Palestine! Free, free.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Babies murdered in your name.
Babies murdered in your name.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Elbit system,
Shame, shame. Genocide in your name.
genocide in your name.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Children amputated in your name.
Children abstract in your name.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Genocide in your name.
Genocide in your name.
Elbit employees, shame.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Babies murdered in your name.
Babies murdered in your name.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Genocide in your name.
Genocide in your name.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Children amputated in your name.
Children amputated in your name.
Elbit system, your hands are red.
Elbit system, your hands are red.
Over 100,000 dead.
Over 100,000 dead.
British government, your hands are red.
British government, your hands are red.
Over 100,000 dead.
Over 100,000 dead.
British government, your hands are red.
British government, your hands are red.
Over 100,000 dead.
Over 100,000 dead.
Keir Starmer, your hands are red.
Keir Starmer, your hands are red.
Over 100,000 dead.
Over 100,000 dead.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Elbit system, shame, shame.
Children murdered in your name.
Children murdered in your name.
Elbit system, shame, shame. Elbit system, shame, shame. Babies murdered in your name.
Babies murdered in your name.
Elbit system, shame, shame. Elbit system, shame, shame. Genocide in your name. Genocide in your name. Elbit employees, shame, shame. Elbit employees, shame, shame. Genocide in your name. Genocide in your name. Elbit employees, shame, shame. Elbit employees, shame, shame. Babies murdered in your name.
Babies murdered in your name.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Children amputated in your name.
Children amputated in your name.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
Children murdered in your name.
Children murdered in your name.
Elbit employees, shame, shame.
She was a bit aggressive, wasn't she?
Genocide.
Some woman in her car kicking off.
Genocide in your name.
Remember, it's employees of this factory that hold the greatest power. If you walk out, if you quit your jobs, there is no one left to make the weapons of death and destruction. Without the employees working here, this factory cannot operate. If you are an employee with any conscience, know that by working here you are complicit in a genocide. Walk away, quit your jobs, find better, do better,
Coach coming in.
quit
I wonder who pays for the coaches.
protecting the death factory.
I wonder who pays for them.
Working for the death factory. Quit your job. Walk away. Free Palestine.
babies. Got a coach. The coach is late.
Free the people, free the land.
No peace on stolen land.
No peace on stolen land.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Stop the genocide.
Stop the genocide.
End apartheid.
End apartheid.
Decolonize.
He's taking pictures of me. You don't like me being here.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, the occupation
was evil.
Brick by brick,
Wall by wall, the occupation was evil.
brick by brick,
Wall by wall, the occupation was evil. Wall by wall, the occupation was evil.
brick by brick,
Wall by wall, the occupation was evil.
brick by brick,
Wall by wall, the occupation was evil.
brick by brick,
Wall by wall, the occupation was evil. The brick, wall by wall, the occupation was evil.
It's their right to break the road up. It's a protest. That's all. Pedestrian right away.
Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Try to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Trying to silence us makes you complicit too. Staffordshire police, shame on you. Trying to silence us makes you complicit too. Protesting is a human right. It is our right to protest. You will not take it away from us. You are meant to be impartial, protecting the people, not death factories like Elbit. You are meant to protect and serve the people.
Staffordshire police, I have stood in front of the IOF. I have stood in front of Israeli police, and they don't scare me. So your pathetic little legs cannot scare me. I have stood in front of the IOF, who are literally pointing guns at innocent protesters in Palestine. And I have stood there with strength, and I will stand here with strength, because you are upholding a genocide that has murdered members of my family. You are complicit in the selling of weapons to this genocide, all about land. This genocide is all about ethnic cleansing and stolen land. Why are you complicit? Be on the right side of history. Listen to the legal leaders of the world. The highest court in the world calls you to stand against them, not us. So I will stand here in confidence, knowing that if the IOF can't scare me, sure as hell you can't.
Hey! Free, free Palestine! 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 Occupation no more! Israel is a terrorist state! Terrorist state! Palestine! 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 We are the people! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing! No, 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 no! We are the people! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing! No, 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 no! Palestine! Palestine!
No occupation! No war on Gaza! No siege on Gaza! Elbit system! The UK government! Hold up system! Hold up system! We don't get it! We don't get it! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! You must respect international law! In our millions, in our billions!
We are all Palestinian! We are all Palestinian! We are all Palestinian! Free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terrorist state!
Israel is a
Terrorist state!
Israel is a
Terrorist state!
Israel is a
Terrorist state!
Shut it down!
Down!
Shut it down!
Shut it down!
Shut it down for Palestine!
Shut it down for Palestine!
Siege on Gaza! Shut it down! The genocide!
Shut it down!
Occupation!
Shut it down!
Elbit system!
Shut it down!
The hold-up system!
Shut it down!
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 Shut it down for Palestine!
Shut it down for Palestine!
Shut it down!
Shut it down!
Shut it down!
Shut it down!
Shut it down for Palestine!
Shut it down for Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Stop the genocide!
Stop the genocide!
End apartheid!
End apartheid!
Decolonize!
Decolonize!
Right,
You know the big one in Birmingham, that's good.
guys, I'm going to lead a chant now. I was arrested for this chant right here at Elbit on my last time here. An unlawful arrest they had to end with no further action because of police incompetence of translating a chant. Shame on them all. Shame, shame. The police tried to invite me for inciting racial hatred, for speaking an Arabic chant, something they did not understand. An Arabic chant for freedom, and they were left looking stupid when they realised what the chant meant. Wasting police time, taxpayers' money and resources, arresting innocent people, people standing up for international law, freedom and justice. So say it with me now. Hurrah! Hurrah!
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Palestine Arabia! Let's make something very clear today, so the police here know we will not be silenced, we will not be intimidated, we are going nowhere. You can arrest us, you can take our freedom for small amounts of time, but as soon as we are released, as soon as we are able, we are back out here, stronger than ever, because those that lose their freedom for Palestine are respected and honoured amongst us. Do not think that will ever dishearten us. Do not think arresting us will dishearten us in the slightest way. It just makes us come back stronger. Free!
Let's give it a smile.
Palestine! Free!
Hey?
Free! Palestine! Free!
Palestine!
Free! Free! Palestine! Don't worry, bail conditions are over. I'm free to be here. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Stop the genocide!
Stop the genocide!
End apartheid!
End apartheid!
Decolonize!
Decolonize!
For all our protesters here, if anyone needs to use the toilet is open at Trinity Church opposite the railway station from 11:30 to 11:50 and then again at 12:30 to 12:50. So if anyone needs to use the toilet, they are available to us. So we would like to thank those at the church who opened their toilets and allow us to use them every time. So big up to them. Respect to all of them. Free Palestine! Okay, and everyone here, you can see there's a big red line because Israel have crossed the line over and over by killing innocent people, by attacking healthcare, by targeting and murdering children and babies. And I will say it's targeted murder because the doctors coming back from Palestine, they have been telling us that the children coming in have been shot in their head. Targeted assassination, children, babies and toddlers using precision weapons. Let's remember, the drones made at this very factory were not only used to kill Palestinians, but they were used to kill 3 British aid workers, ex-servicemen who fought for our country. So if you can't even honour your own people, what hope is there? You can't honour the people who fought for our country. You can't protect them. Our government failed to call out this attack. They failed our people, our citizens. They failed the children and babies of Gaza. They failed international law. They are failed humanity. And this factory right here is to blame. They arm the genocide. They build the weapons. So I'm calling on all employees of Elbit systems, if you can hear me. Quit your jobs. Walk away. Without you, this factory cannot operate. When you look at your children, know there's children in Palestine who have been snatched away from their families because they have been murdered by the terror state of Israel using weapons and components you helped to produce. Quit your job. Quit your job and walk away. Stop helping the death factory build the weapons of death and destruction. Use your skills to do good. Find better jobs. Find ethical jobs. And all you police here, out here protecting that death factory, remember you are sworn to serve and protect protect the people. So start standing up for the people. Protect our human rights, our right to protest, and allow us to protest in peace. When you're not here, protests are peaceful. There needs to be no arrest for human rights to be puzzled. Back away, allow us to protest in peace. Because no, the only difference between the Palestinians and us is the geographical location of their birth. Because if we were born in Palestine, that would be us, that would be our children. It would be your children targeted and killed. And it's people like us that would be fighting for them, for their chance to survive, for their chance to live. So allow us to do so. Palestine! Free the people, free the land! People, free the land! Free the people, free the land! Free the people, free the land! No peace on stolen land! No peace on stolen land! No justice!
You do realise that?
No peace! No justice! No peace! No peace! No peace! If we don't get no justice, then you won't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, then you won't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, you won't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, then you won't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, then we won't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, then you won't get your peace. Then you won't get your peace.
I think she like me filming.
Then you won't get your peace. If we don't get no justice, then you won't get no peace.
I think you'll be holding one of these, don't you? It's independent, right? There's going to be people that don't like it, there's going to be people that like it. But
I've actually been supporting them.
System has to go. Brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to go. Brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to go. Elbit system has to go. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to go. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to go. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit system has to fall. By brick, wall by wall, Elbit system has to fall. Brick by Elbit system, shame, shame. Genocide in your name. Genocide in your name. Elbit system, shame, shame. Elbit system, shame, shame. Hospitals bombed in your name. Hospitals bombed in your name. Elbit system, shame, shame. Elbit system, shame, shame. Children amputated in your name. Children amputated in your name. Elbit system, shame, shame. Elbit system, shame, shame. Name. Elbit employees, shame, shame. Elbit employees, shame, shame. Schools bombed in your name. Schools bombed in your name. Elbit employees, shame, shame. Elbit employees, shame, shame. Babies murdered in your name. Elbit employees, quit your jobs. 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 Elbit employees, shoot your jobs. Elbit employees, quit your jobs. Elbit employees, quit your jobs. Elbit employees, quit your jobs. We'll help you find better ones, more ethical ones. Come on, lads. You can do it. You have the power to shut this factory down. So Elbit employees, if you're listening, you have the power to shut down the death factory. Please, please follow your conscience. Do the right thing. Find better, more ethical employment. Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Palestine will never die! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Palestine will never die! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Palestine will never die! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Palestine will never die! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Palestine will never die! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Palestine will never die! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Palestine will never die! Gaza, Gaza, you are right! Palestine will never die! We want boycott, we want action! We want boycott, we want action! Arms embargo, military sanctions! Arms embargo, military sanctions! We want boycott, we want action! We want boycott, we want action! Arms embargo, military sanctions! Arms embargo, military sanctions! We want boycott, we want action! We want boycott, we want action! Arms embargo, military sanctions! Arms embargo, military sanctions! We want boycott, we want action! We want boycott, we want action! Arms embargo, military sanctions! Arms embargo, military sanctions! We want boycott, we want action! We want boycott, we want action! Arms embargo, military sanctions! Stop arming Israel! Stop arming Israel! Stop arming Israel! Stop arming Israel! Stop arming Israel!
Cool painting, that.
You're on the shoot coat orders.
Yeah.
Stop arming
We kettled in because I've got a drone on me. I was going to fly my drone above the factory.
Stop arming Israel! Now remember, there were 10
No, you can't by law. I can't.
There's
no airspace.
Group like Palestine Action and activists like that. 3 of them have been permanently shut down. Justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! We are the people! We will be silent! Stop the bombing now, 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 now! We are the people! We will be silent! Stop the bombing now, 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 now! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
You just squeeze through still. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to ask the question anyway and see what you say. Probably going to get the same one. Have you, as of yet, had to arrest anybody for a social media post?
No.
No. Would you feel comfortable doing so?
Depends what the media post is.
Yeah?
But I've not had to get involved in any of that.
Okay. Because Keir Starmer's kind of like making it quite difficult for you guys at the moment with some of the restrictions on people's speech. I understand there's hate speech, and I understand we have, like, you know, you can't put on social media like threats to, for instance, when people are talking about burning hotels, that wouldn't be okay. So that would be against the law.
Depends on what the circumstances.
But if someone turned round and said, for instance, if one I think I remember is someone turned round and said that they wanted to, that they were no longer happy with their tax money going to illegal immigrants, that actually got them an arrest. Whether it went any further, I don't know, but it did get that person an arrest. That kind of thing, would you feel comfortable with that? Like,
I think there's probably more into it than that, isn't there?
I don't know. I don't actually know. I've seen some like really like. You would have thought a long time ago. Yeah, there's got to be more to it. But actually, no. Like some of these things really are people getting. Like somebody put a Facebook post up a couple of weeks ago. I see the guy. He's even documenting somewhere else in the country, but he's documenting his arrest. And he was arrested for putting on Facebook that Christians need to rise up in England. That was literally the post, and he was arrested and he's currently out on bail.
Have you seen his individual arrest record then?
I haven't obviously seen that because...
on what he's telling you he's been arrested?
I mean, I've seen the post. I've seen the actual post.
Relying on that information coming from that, you've not seen
that's true.
So if there's an offence, and it's an arrestable offence, I will make the arrest. I feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
So to utilise my powers of arrest when it's lawful, I'm comfortable with that.
But even if you weren't comfortable, you'd still, if you were told from above that you need to make that arrest, then I mean, even your feelings don't really come into consideration. I just guess the thing I was asking was, with things like that, are you kind of comfortable to do it?
I'm comfortable to make a lawful arrest, yeah.
A lawful arrest,
yeah.
Yes, but a lot of these have turned out not to be lawful. By the time they've been arrested and they've waited for the CPS to come back, a lot of these have actually come back as, like I say, there's many cases where these people are...
I'd need to have a look at the specifics, wouldn't I, and have a look at that to see. But at that time of arrest, if it's deemed to be a lawful arrest and that's what you're doing, utilising your powers as a police officer, then I'll be comfortable with that.
Is social media making the job more tricky?
I think the internet in general has made the job more
tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily just because of social media. You know, you've got the fraud offences, you've got all sorts of stuff that goes on the internet that makes our job more difficult.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get it. Cheers anyway, I only wanted to ask that question about cheers, thank you. Excuse me pal, could I just step past? Thank you.
Close down Elbit in Oldham. So we've got two speakers for you from Manchester. The first is a comrade from the Youth Front for Palestine. So a big hand for her.
These last 2 years have been the most deadly in the West Bank since records began. Less than a month ago, Layla Al-Khatib was just 2 years old when she was murdered by the IOF during a raid outside of Jenin. She was, and now always will be, 2 years old. While she was the youngest martyr in the last month, she is nowhere near the only. There is no justification, legally or morally, for such acts. Solve the problem of the Zionist occupation. No reason for us to stop doing everything we can for the Palestinian people, and no reason for us to allow Elbit to rehabilitate their image now that it's over. We must remember what they have done, that in this very factory, drones that kill men, women and children are still produced to this day, and we must do everything we can to stop it. As Gazans return to the north, they send their stories out to the world. They speak of joy, of return, of the pain of devastation they return to, and of victory. We've seen photos of tents pitched in rubble, a reclamation of land the Zionist war machine destroyed. The determination and steadfastness of this reclamation shown in these pitched tents and walking miles to return, and every other act of existence, is the proof the Palestinians have defeated the plan to divide Gaza and ethnically cleanse the Strip. So we now see them attempting to do in the West Bank, attempting to do with weapons produced here in this country, and that we cannot allow. The Zionist project cannot bear to see such clear examples of it faltering as it sees in Gaza, for it knows that it's further steps on the road to full dismantlement of colonialism and the violence that is necessary for it to exist. The release of political prisoners from Israeli dungeons, from years kept away from the world, from horrific conditions, is another key step on this path and a key victory for the Palestinian people. The words of Khalid Jahar from 2020, who herself was recently freed, remain as relevant as ever. Then she reminded the world that these prisons are not separate from the resistance, but a microcosm of it and a home. Now she speaks of conflicting feelings of freedom and loss, the joy of being free and the pain of so many martyrs. Now she is one of the further stories of torture and violence and Israeli sadism. The released prisoners also bring strength and selflessness and a freedom so critical to every part of the struggle, and something we must reflect and be led by here. Until every political prisoner walks free once more, there is work to do, and we here in the West must do everything we can to ensure it is done. Palestine cannot be freed whilst her people are tortured and murdered and detained. This death factory is an integral part of everything the Zionist war machine does, for every crime it commits. We must never forget we have seen Israel's true face, and we must continue to see it with their abhorrent actions in the West Bank and in the stories coming from Gaza and the words of every prisoner finally freed. Honour to every martyr, honour to every prisoner, and honour to every Palestinian resisting the occupation. We cannot allow them to stand alone, particularly not when our factories here on British soil are sending weapons and are sending drones and are sending bombs that kill. Every single person must continue the struggle however they can, because a ceasefire is not liberation, because people are still imprisoned and land still stolen, because we've been shown time and time and time again that Israel is a bloodthirsty entity, is not held to account by the systems. Power to brave Palestine activists who shut down this factory and others like it all across the country, time and time again, over 20 of whom are still currently sitting in prisons. They are a shining example of how we must continue to hold the Zionist entity and every last one of its supporters, like Elbit systems, to account until they have all fallen, until Palestine is free in its entirety and its people can rest without fear of bombs or guns or raids. It is our duty to resist, and there is no more serious a duty. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free Palestine! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. We will honor all our martyrs. We will honor all our martyrs. We will honor all our martyrs. We will honor all our martyrs.
Had a dude going up to me going, "Are you from Tommy's?"
Term I'm able to come here, and what an amazing protest we've got here today. I'm in the National Education Union, and it was with my union that I first went to Palestine in 2017, and it was then that I saw firsthand the injustice faced by the Palestinians. I saw the apartheid system in action through checkpoints and settlements and daily physical assaults from soldiers. I saw children tear gassed and harassed in the street by soldiers on their way to school, and indeed this week 12 children were shot at in Nablus on their way home from school, and all ambulances were blocked as they tried to help them. But this is Israel, and this is what they do on a regular basis. This is how they exist. So I was able to go to Gaza in July 2023 with a group that I'm involved in called the Hands Up Project, and we do English speaking activities with kids. So before October the 7th I would link up with classes in Gaza and we'd practice English and we'd have an amazing time. But during my time in Gaza I saw what life was like under siege. I saw how Israel controlled absolutely everything that went in and out of Gaza. and I saw the crowded camps and the poverty, but I was welcomed with open arms and hospitality, and I carry that love with me wherever I go and on every single protest that I come to. So today, I'm still in touch with some of the teachers, but today we know that many of them have been killed. Thousands of the children have been killed. In fact, 20,000 children have been killed, thousands orphaned, thousands maimed, thousands completely traumatized for life, thousands of children who had dreams to grow up, to be teachers, footballers, engineers, just like our children. They're just like us, and that's why we stand here, because we are them and they are us. Palestinian kids are some of the most creative, inventive, sympathetic, steadfast and resilient kids that I've ever worked with in my 30 years as being a teacher. They strive to tell the world their story. They strive to connect to the outside world, and they strive for peace and they strive for justice. And in the face of such atrocities, they need people like us to continue to stand with them, to be their voice. And they need ordinary people like you and me to continue to come out here week after week, month after month. And indeed, it was ordinary people like you and me that shut down Elbit, as Anne said. Sometimes we'd have 10 people there, sometimes we'd have 100, but it was just week after week after week we stood outside that death factory and demanded its closure. When I was in Gaza, even in July, I saw the trauma in people. I heard the stories of previous bombardments, of previous destruction, and I saw the effects of the ongoing siege. I spoke to kids who had nightmares every night and adults who had ongoing trauma issues because of the constant attack. So imagine what that trauma is like now, after 16 months of non-stop bombing and genocide. So this is why we must continue to be here. Our friends in Gaza, they're living in the rubble, in the tents. I spoke to a friend this morning who went back to her house. She said, I'm not going to move, I'm going to stay here. This is our land and nobody's going to move me off here. Not Trump, not anybody. I'm going to pitch a tent here, and that's where she is now. So now they're living under the constant threat of being moved off their land. And that's why it's important that we stand with them. We know that Israel was built on terror and that it exists through terror, occupation and bombing and siege. So we say, free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! 1, 2, 3, 4! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terror state!
Everyone, do we want to do some Arabic chanting together? Yes! Okay, we are seeing Trump and Israel talking about more and more ethnic cleansing. We are seeing tens of thousands of Palestinians across the West Bank being forcibly displaced. But ethnic cleansing has been the reality for Palestinians for over 76 years. This is why return lies in the core of the Palestinian cause. And as we stand right now in front of genocide enablers, we will reaffirm our commitment to the return of all Palestinian refugees displaced by Zionist forces in 1948 and in 1967. This chant is called Raja, which means returning. I'm gonna name names of Palestinian towns and villages across all of Palestine, and you will say Raja, 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 Ana Raja, 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 Ana Raja, 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 على أرض بلادي, Raja, على أرض بلادي, Raja, جباليا وخان يونس, Raja, طول كرم ورام الله, Raja, علد والرملة, Raja, على حيفا ويافا, Raja, عنا قبر
راجع على سلفيت راجع على فلسطين راجع على فلسطين راجع على أرض
1, 2, 3, 4 Occupation number 5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
I can't hear you. 5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
8
Israel is a terrorist state.
5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
5, 6, 7, 8
Israel is a terrorist state.
حرية حرية فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية.
حرية حرية غزة عربية
غزة عربية.
حرية
حرية.
غزة غزة عربية
غزة عربية.
حرية
حرية.
غزة غزة عربية
غزة عربية. حرية.
إسرائيل يهودية
إسرائيل يهودية.
إسرائيل يهودية
إسرائيل يهودية.
Shut Elbit down!
Shut Elbit down.
Shut Elbit down! 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 Shut
Elbit down. Shut
Elbit down! Shut Elbit down! Shut Elbit down! Shut Elbit down! Shut Elbit down! Shut Elbit down! Shut Elbit down!
Shut Elbit down.
This dude.
Shut Elbit down. Shut Elbit down. Shut Elbit down. Shut Elbit down. Shut
Elbit down! Shut Elbit down!
Shut Elbit down. Shut Elbit down.
Shut it down! 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 Shut it down!
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it.
They exist. Slight side note, I've actually experienced far more homophobia in the UK than I ever did in occupied Palestine. So for those of you who have weird views of homophobia around the world and racism, etc., slight side note. So my husband, an anti-Zionist Jew, he has a couple of words about the apartheid state that he was born into. His younger brother is very severely autistic, also a Jewish Israeli, and the life that his brother was given was one that every autistic person around the world should be given. One of support, one of love, one of acceptance by his society. On the same day that Jan found a beautiful community called Tikva, Village of Hope, to live in, the most beautiful home for any autistic person to live in, a place where he could work, a place where he could actually be a baker, his favorite thing, and it actually be a job. You know, giving someone with autism dignity. That's the way Israel treats its own autistic community. Beautiful, yes. On the same day that he was admitted to Tikva, a young man called Ayad, who has autism, was shot in the back in the old city because he was holding a telephone in his hand. He was holding a telephone in his hand, and the IOF recognized him as vulnerable, and said, stop. He stopped and freaked out because they started pointing guns at him. So he started running away, like any autistic person would probably do. His teacher was with him, and she shouted at the officers at the time in Hebrew, He's autistic. He's disabled. He doesn't understand. Let me talk to him. But instead they shot him in the back. I believe it was 7 times. That's the same day that my autistic brother-in-law found the most beautiful home. If that's not an evidence of apartheid, I don't know what is. That was what, 4 or 5 years ago? We were standing in the streets then screaming about apartheid. And now we're here talking about genocide. How did we let it get from land theft, ethnic cleansing, stolen land, apartheid, and now we're here at genocide? And if you think the genocide has ended because bombing in Gaza has stopped, I can tell you it has not. My friends in the West Bank, the genocide has not ended. The moment that the ceasefire stopped in Gaza, it picked up right away in the West Bank. I lived in Jerusalem for nearly 7 years. In 2014, I could hear the bombs in Gaza. In 2017, no, sorry, I wasn't there in 2014, sorry. There were bombs in Gaza in 2014, I wasn't there. In 2021, I could hear the bombs in Gaza. In 2017, when a friend from Manchester was there, I was at Al-Aqsa. They shut all of Al-Aqsa down. That was when I learned that if we, the international community, stand in the way of injustice, we can actually bring about justice. It was that day that myself and other international people decided we're going to take our passports and stand in front of the Palestinians, facing the IOF, much like we're facing these police officers now, except that these ones are much more pathetic. We stood there facing them with our passports, and we said, you are not going to shoot a single person while we stand here, because if you shoot them, you shoot us. That was 2017. At that time, we actually believed that if British people were murdered by the IOF, that the British government would respond. But no. I could probably write a trilogy of things I witnessed in the just 6 to 7 years that I lived in Jerusalem. I've just picked up a couple of small things to paint a small picture for those of us here who are fighting for what we see. And sadly, I'm here to tell you it's true. We are fighting for peace for everyone, for the anti-Zionist Israelis, for the Palestinians, for the children, for the Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, the gays, the straights, the heteros, the metros. We want freedom for all. That is what we believe in. Freedom and justice for all. And yet these cowards will stand on the wrong side of history and say that no, they must protect fucking property. Property! Money! What the hell? What the hell are you doing?
One! We are the people! Two! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing! No, 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 no! One! We are the people! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing! No, 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 no! One! We are the people! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing! No, 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 no! One! We are the people! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing now, 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 now! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Is our state! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our millions, in our billions! We are all Palestinians! We are all Palestinians! In our billions, in our trillions! We are all Palestinians! In our billions, in our trillions! We are
So they've got some moving on. They're probably going to maybe get their coach.
Bye, my precious! Thank you for coming!
Gents, could I ask you what a pain this has caused you? But to be fair, bro, I'm not actually with the I'm not with the activists. I'm just a journalist. Do you want to explain to the camera the issues that you've been facing as a business? No? Good chance for you to let people know what kind of stuff you're up against. No? Can we at least get a smile for the camera, lads, or what? So is this where you make the engines for the drones here at UAV? I think it's the Hermes 450, right? Or 4, am I right? No? I was going to come down here, down the side like, and just document the damage they've done to your building, Palestine Action. And if you guys will be willing to give us a little statement on the troubles that UAV Engines is facing, it might be a good insight for the public. You might even be surprised, and you might get quite a bit of support. I remember once when your security stole some food from the protesters. A couple of years ago, that was. Don't be crying to the police, bro. Don't be crying to the police, you absolute baby. You look like an overgrown baby. You see him? He looks like an overgrown, yeah. Anyway. Oh. What about you, sir? I don't suppose you want to speak to the camera? So these guys actually work at UAV Engines. Got some guys in suits and that, so I reckon these might be some managers or... Get some good footage, bro, of the protesters. So they don't want to speak. They obviously work for UAV Engines. Right. These obviously work for UAV Engines. It would be nice if they'd give a statement. Oi, gents, do you not want to give a statement for the camera? Because I know obviously this building's come under a lot of troubles or criminal damage and things.
The only way people can't really fly this is there's about 7 crown properties and like, you can't fly them.
What did you take? Taking a picture of the drone? Yeah, it's the DJI. I can help you, bro. DJI. It's not as good as your drones.
Well, you got the expectation of privacy in your own home. That's where it becomes great. Yeah. Now, obviously, if you stick it up, it's looking through people's windows, you should probably get info. Yeah, so
do you have like a, what about do you have like a media office? You know, silence speaks volumes, lads. Silence speaks volumes. It pays for you to have some nice shiny brown shoes, though. You know, you can hear me, bro. Exactly. Why don't you just have a chat? I'm not even with the protesters. I understand the troubles you've had. No, you're trying to tell on the police now. Come on, man. This ain't my first rodeo. Yeah, I wanted to bring mine today. I couldn't bring it. Careful, I cut my finger the other day on mine. Because what you can do, you can grab it from underneath, give it a quick flip, and it will just cut itself off. Wow, I decided to shove my hand straight in and it bloody sliced all my finger the other week.
They are clever, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're good, aren't they?
So clever.
They're good, it just...
You kill that for an image.
There's people...
Oh, yeah.
There's people that do the same kind of thing, mate, and will use drones. And unfortunately, not everyone wants to use a drone in the correct manner.
Yeah, exactly.
So it kind of ruins it for everyone else. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think he's moaning to your colleagues about me trying to get their attention. But
Why come out?
yeah, I was hoping he might want to speak on camera and give a statement, like.
No, I doubt
But
it, yeah.
he might probably thinks I'm with the protesters, maybe.
Yeah. I'll just be told to not talk to anyone.
Well, they've got some serious security on here, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, security here, don't mess about. Should we go stand over there? See what he's lying about.
Definitely not going to take that off that little kid. Yeah, just stand by. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
All right, mate.
Right. Yeah. Cut that conversation short. I don't get why you'd have so many liaisons though if you've got normal bobbies, because at the end of the day, liaisons are meant to de-escalate, but these are going to... Do you know what I'm saying? How would that work? It's the idea of the blue bids, isn't it?
I don't know.
But as we see it in Birmingham, I think.
Open it up, open up the road.
Yeah, okay.
I won't pick up the police, obviously, because they're on their own digital frequency, but I wonder if there's any radios around.
These are not encrypted, then they need to look at themselves, don't they?
They're not encrypted, actually.
Should be encrypted, you shouldn't be able to get the pieces. I know you can, but the devices are highly illegal.
Oh, it looks like my battery's run out.
Yeah, we've probably got about 15 people left in the
He was a bit grumpy, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't very pleasant, was he?
Ginger bollocks.
Are we not allowed to hear what's going on, like?
Just a bit loud, like everyone else got here.
Oh, alright.
But meant to have an earpiece.
You don't have to, I don't think. Yeah, that would do my head in having that in all day. I hate having like my earbud in more than like half hour.
Let's get back to the station in the warm, some coffee and donuts, isn't it? Tied up mine and a wire in Leeds, and they got the drone to you, and they got donuts, and then I was just like, oh, she got donuts.
Hello. Hello, mate. I can't. I feel like they're worried we're gonna like jump a gate or something. So.
With them big bastard security, yeah, they're laughing. Yeah. They get their hands on you. You can worry about them more than the police.
That painting's really smart, man.
I like to get out of
Yeah, makes sense. All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the protest over, people. It's just finished 1 o'clock. They've just opened up the road. Most of the protesters and things have left. Obviously, you'll have the police stay here until probably every last person, including me and DP, have gone. So there's some vans and stuff all still there as well. But yeah, the protest itself, I guess, was I say peaceful one. It's very loud when they got megaphones and stuff, but there doesn't seem to have been any trouble, doesn't seem to have been any arrests. But I said this last time I left, got up to the train station and there was an arrest made, so who knows. But yeah, I'm going to leave this one here, people. Thanks for watching. Do give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I just thought I'd come and cover this as I covered it 2 years ago. So they're still protesting outside here, and UAV engines still ain't letting up, and they still exist as of today. So whether they will eventually move, I'm not too sure. But again, thanks for watching. Do give it a thumbs up, as I said. Do leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you all on the next one. Much love. God bless. And as always, people, peace out.